right, guys, welcome to Mid America Dirt. I'm Skip, and I am super excited to be joined by Travis Stemler from Ionia. I hope I got that right, Michigan. How
Yep,
you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Man, I am super excited to have you on here. I know we talked about this before. You are one. You have got. I don't know if you've got the highest, but haven't researched that far. But you've got one of the highest, at least, winning percentages for features late models in the country. How does that feel?
It's a dream come true. I can Words can't even express it. I mean, just this whole season, it's just been. I mean, one good weekend after another. Last weekend a little trouble for the Hell Tour. We were really
I saw
hoping
that.
to have a good finish there with those guys, and we just started coming. But the overall season, I'm so blessed with everybody around me. My family, the sponsors, the race team, the crew, everybody. It just makes going to work on this thing that much sweeter. And then when you go to the track and you knock off some wins with those guys, it just makes everything just great. It's
Yeah,
everybody deserves it.
yeah, man. I mean, I am. I'm a huge fan of yours. And let me ask you this: when are you a first generation racer, or are you what gener? How long has it been going on for you?
It's been going on for 20 years. I started at 14. And,
Okay,
we never really started off with a huge budget. It was just kind of both of my grandfathers did it, loved it, was involved after their careers with owning cars or helping with track prep. And, my grandpa, we used to build our own motors. We'd sit there in the shop and, refreshing stuff. We would send out the machine work, but we'd sit there and build motors. I was 9 years old helping him put together engines for my dad's IMCA car. And I always
awesome.
wanted to go to the garage. I never wanted to stay home. I did my homework and stuff. If I couldn't go to the garage, I was so disappointed. But my mom made sure all my schooling was done, but I wanted to bust out and work on a race car, so
Yeah.
um so then my dad's raced all of them, or my dad raced for 30 some years. And when I was young, he got the opportunity to race dirt late model. And we'd start traveling to Eldora, Oakshade, Illinois, outside of Michigan. And all I wanted to do was be right there beside him. We'd skip school for a couple days to go for a little trip. And I was cutting tires. The first couple of tires, they were bad, like the circular groove. They were waving everywhere, but he was just happy to have me and
Yeah.
beside him and get that opportunity. So, when it came to 14, I didn't want to do nothing but race. But my mom told me, if you're gonna go race, you still got to do school first, sports. You can't give those up, and race. So I was a busy
Yeah,
kid.
sounds like it, man. Sounds like
Yeah,
it.
and
So did you
plus.
go ahead?
Oh, plus I, had to go out and do my own marketing. I never, they would drop me off at a business, but I go around with a little book, and if I
Oh,
got
that's
two,
cool,
three
man.
hundred bucks or $500, it was,
Yeah.
because our racing was really, really low budget. Um, we were really good spray painters. Our cars always looked good, but they might have not been new parts, a little welding here and there, but we always made sure everything was ready to go and the right caster and camber and all of that. So it was a lot of learning curve to get to where we are right here.
Well, that's awesome, man. That sounds like you cut your teeth pretty good there on that stuff. So what did you start in? What did you start racing in? Was it
Right
late
into
models or
street stocks, right into
street
street
stocks? Okay.
stocks with grown adults. I mean, we had the local track that I raced at I-96. It had the toughest modified lineup, the toughest street stock lineup, the toughest late model lineup, and it was a big, fast track. And so I got lucky to race against some of the best street stock drivers to learn. And then, they never took it easy on me. The first year, we didn't win nothing. We came tied for a heat race win, but it was tough going. And The next year we did street stock 2 years, and I was 15, and we knocked off 7 wins. And
Wow.
I was like, man, I want to go bigger. You always want to jump to the next ship.
Yeah.
As a dream, you want to do modified. Well, I was 16 at the time. You couldn't drive a modified unless you were 16. So me and my grandpa talked and his friend, and he's like, grandpa wanted me to stay street stock. Do one more year. You can really win a lot of races. And I was like, no, if I want to get better, I gotta go against the best. So we bought a modified, and there was a couple of years where it was one win, maybe, good top fives, but there was a long stretch of not winning, but learning from the best modified drivers in this area. So it
Okay.
was it was tough going.
Yeah. Oh, well, apparently it worked out.
Oh
I mean, it
yeah.
seems like it. So when did you get into the late model?
I got into the late model. So we did 2 years of street stock. We did about 9 years of modified. And then it
Okay.
was, so I just got done winning Eldora track championship with
Did you really?
modified. Yeah. So we went
Oh,
down
that's awesome,
there.
man.
I was a 3-time 96 champion. We won Berlin when they put dirt on their little point series. And then we went to Eldora one year early in the year, and we left there second in points. And then a lot of rainouts happened. Well, we come back later August, and they had some family fun nights, and they got the Labor Day show, and then the UMP Nationals is 3 nights. Well, we were heading to LaSalle, Illinois for a modified series, and they rained out. Well, my crew chief looks up this um, on the phone, and he's like, dude, you're second in points at Eldora. We should go there for Memorial Day. I was like, well, yeah, let's go. And we leave there leading the points, and we never look back. It was a really
Man, that's
tight
awesome,
battle
man.
with Jerry Bowersock, and it came down to the last, race. And if I finished ahead of him, we won the championship. So that was 2015. We ended up winning 2 features down there, and the championship. So I said, well, I've won at my local track the championship 3 years in a row, won Eldora. I said, let's go late model. So I sold all my modified stuff, and then I bought I used a late model from Toric Racing, but Rocket had the chassis. So he set that all up, and we went and got this blue gray. Well, it was funny because that's right when the XR1s came out. So it was like,
Okay.
oh man, maybe we should have got that. But yeah, so 2016 I started late models,
Okay.
all by myself, and then
Ma-
we had a really good year. We won 3 races right close to Memorial Day, so it was like, oh man, this is cool. Like, you jump into a new class thinking you're gonna struggle for a little bit against the great drivers we have up here, and we ended
yeah.
up winning 3 features. I was like, we need a bigger motor. We need to go fast. Well, that was the wrong decision. We should just stick with what we had for that year. And so we struggled a little bit towards the end, but still had a great first season. Won Rookie of the Year at like 3 different tracks, and came short on the UMP National Rookie of the Year.
Wow, man. You know what? And I wore this hat just to wear it. I did not know you were a track champion up there, man. That
Yeah,
is
it
that
was
is that is
that was a
awesome.
dream come true, because when I was 10, my dad went to the world, and it was Earl's last World 100. And I was riding my bike around, and everybody's left. It's Sunday. There's not a rig in the parking lot. Everybody's outside. Campers are gone. And I rode my bike down, and Earl was grading the track. And I figured it's the last time I'd see him on the grader. So I had him sign one of my local hero,
That's
Aaron
awesome.
Scott's shirt. And I said, I would really want to win at your track someday. And he goes, kid, I hope you do. And
That's
so
awesome,
that was
man.
pretty cool to have that moment with Earl, and then
That
turn
is
around
awesome.
and go win a championship in a couple races there.
That is awesome, man. For real. For real. I did see that guy one time when I was at the 91 World 100. There was a guy from Illinois. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. His last name's Weaver.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't But anyway,
Kevin
something he
Weaver.
got, yeah, he got black flagged or something, and apparently he had a bunch of fans there. And down where I come from, you couldn't like there was no drinking at the tracks. Like there were dry. We had dry counties. You couldn't
Yep.
drink at the track or anything. That guy got black flagged, and there were like people just chunking beer bottles and beer cans on the track because they were pissed. And he was actually out there. The guy, the Earl, he was out there like trying to get people not to do it. And I actually got to saw him there, and I remember it was shocking, because coming from where we were at, you couldn't do that. But you go up there, it's a different world.
Yeah. Oh
So I
yeah.
did get to see him one time. I didn't get to meet him, but I got to see him, and that's what he was doing when I saw him. But I mean, I'll never forget that, man. That it was a different world going to Eldora the first time from these tracks down here in the Bible Belt. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's crazy even for us. Like, when I pull in there, it just feels like a home. It just the smell, the atmosphere. It always when I even was a kid, it just felt normal pulling into the pits there. But funny story is one of the years I was running modified, we had the weekend off, so we went down to the World to watch. My brother, my wife, my mom, and his wife. And we're camping there and we're going to get our tickets just like normal, just in the stands. Well, here's their own Bernice right in front of us, in line too, just like normal general admission, walking
Really?
into the racetrack. Yeah, so we got a picture with them too. So
Well,
that
that's
was,
cool, man.
yeah, so it was kind of weird to the former owner of the track is out there in general admission, just paying for his general admission
That's cool,
going
man.
in.
That's cool.
So yeah, it was kind of a coincidence there. It was kind of weird.
Well, I don't know anything about like I don't know anything about your area. Do you have a lot of tracks up there? Are you rural? Like where are you at up there?
I am right dab. Well, if you count the UP, I'm not. But in the lower part of Michigan, I'm literally right dab in the center. So it's like
Okay.
2 hours, 2.5 hours north of the border, both Indiana and Ohio.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so like
Okay.
there's two major cities here called Lansing, our capital, and
Oh
then
yeah.
Grand Rapids, and I'm right in between them. Like
Okay.
it's
Do you have a
30
lot of
minutes
Go ahead.
It's 30 minutes to Lansing, and then it's about 40 minutes to Grand Rapids. So,
Do you have a lot of good dirt tracks up there?
yeah, we got one, two, three, four, about seven tracks, seven, eight tracks in
Okay.
this state, all spread around. And our location's really good because, like, Hartford's an hour and 45, Winston, an hour 45, an hour and a half to Thunderbird. Crystal and 96 are about 25 minutes from my new house we just bought last year. And then I got one 7 minutes up the road. Um, so yeah, then we got Tri City, that's 2 hours, and then Merritt 2 hours. So there's a lot
Okay.
of tracks, Butler's only an hour 45. So, but all the highways you can cut across that go right by our town.
Okay.
So the main highway to get to all the other highways is the drag between Grand Rapids and Lansing. So you can get on that and take off down the road.
You're on the main stretch up there then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
kind of cool. So anytime
So
you got to
you
go south, it's right there. Like to head south, 69 or 31, they're not very far away.
I gotcha. All right. So you run UMP. That's
Yeah,
your
super late model UMP. Yeah, both of it. Same thing as the guys that are at Eldora and things like that for
okay,
the
so
world and
that's
the dream.
for people that don't know, UMP, that's a regional series, is that right?
Yeah, it's like the Midwest Promoters Association, but they branch out and do Missouri, and I mean, but it's mainly it's a super late model, which is all the rules for the whole country pretty much. But they just got a certain tire, and certain tracks allow that
Okay.
tire. But we also have a track the Crystal, that we've won 6 features at. They run American Racer, same rules, just they have a spec tire you got to run. So,
I like those
uh,
American racers, man. I see a lot of that down here in our part of the world, down here in the four state, Arkansas, Oklahoma,
oh
Missouri
yeah,
area.
American Racer, the first, so we just switched over. We used to have an old chain link tire, kind of. It was an old grandfather tire that they kept around for years. And they just switched to the new spec tire, the one that looks like a Hoosier, all squared up. And we went 5 nights on that tire and had like 3 wins and 2 seconds on that right
Are
rear.
you serious?
Yeah,
I,
because it's a really hard spec 56, but
yeah,
yeah, 5 nights we got out of that tire before I
I've heard
retired it.
people say that they like those things, man.
Yeah,
And
it's a good
I'll be
tire.
honest with you, there needs to be competition, man. There needs to be competition. You can't,
Yeah,
that's what I think.
yeah, you can't have one company, deciding prices and everything else. There's got to be a little competition. That's what
Yeah, because
makes everything cheaper.
how much is a tire? Like for people that don't know, what are they like 240, 250 a tire for Hoosier, something like that?
Yeah, they're about 240, 250, and then American Racer, I think they're 195.
Yeah,
So
that's a huge difference. Because like, how many Hoosiers would you go through in a week or 2 weeks? It just
like
depends on what track you're on or
yeah, it depends on the track, what surface, and what compound. The softer ones go a little faster,
faster.
especially if it's a little abrasive. You only get 1 night out of them. If it's a place that has a harder tire compound, you can get a couple nights out of them. You might have to grind a little harder, but you know, so yeah, so it just kind of depends on if the track uses up tires or not, because like funny story about Eldora, half of the time some of those tires don't get used up even though you're going that fast in the speed.
Just because of the track service or what?
Yeah, for some reason tire wear is kind of, I mean, there's tire wear of course and they get disformed, but a lot of times the tires are perfectly fine, but you got to bolt on new
Wow.
ones to compete with the big boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And how is that? Now, let me ask you about that because I know you were just in the Summer Nationals. I know, did you cut a tire or something? Tire went down on you?
yeah, we had something funky happen with our tire. We're trying to figure it out and see what happened.
But you
But
race against those big guys a lot, right? You do the World 100 and stuff like that. Uh, how much is the difference is there racing, regional guys and racing those guys with all that money? Is it a huge
uh,
difference?
oh yeah, it's a huge difference because of qualifying. It's all about starting in front of them. It's a lot easier to hold them behind you than you trying to get by them just because of the speeds of the car, the aero of the car. A lot of that affects now trying to go to these bigger shows. You get a bad qualifying lap, you're in a hole and you're trying to dig yourself out, and it's tough to do it, so when you go there, you're really hoping you get that good lap and you know
Yeah.
what's going on the track to try to stay up in front of them.
That's what somebody told me the other day that I talked to on the show. They said with late models, qualifying is the most important thing, and then the heat racing is you got to win that. You do good in those heat races to even have a chance, and most of that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like 1 year at Eldora, we qualified like fifth fastest in our group for the Dream. I think it was 21, and set us on the pole in the heat race. Well, green flag dropped, and we lost like 3 spots, and we ended up beating Dennis Erb out for the last spot in the heat race. So it was like first to fourth. It was like, whoa, like you almost lost it and was in the B main. But, starting on that front row was huge. And then,
Yeah.
like I said, it's a lot harder for them to get around you than you trying to get around them. So yeah,
Is
that
that a big
qualifying
track
everything.
thing? Is that a big
Even
track
little
thing?
tracks, even little
Really?
tracks trying to I mean, little tracks are better because if you got a couple grooves, you can sneak up on somebody if you find the groove. Um, and it isn't like such the horsepower and everything and arrow. You can kind of wheel the little tracks, but yeah, I mean, it still matters on those little tracks too.
Yeah. Okay. Now you may have just answered this question for me, but what kind of track do you like to run on? Are you a half mile guy, 3/8 guy? Do you like the bull rings? What's your favorite?
My favorite's the bigger tracks, the half miles. Not the big old half miles, but the half miles just bigger than a big 3/8 kind of deal, like in Eldora or our home track I-96. But um, see, around here we got a lot of little tracks, and there's a certain type of track, little banking, give me a top and bottom. I like those 3/8 too. Like I really like Fairbury. Been there a couple times and enjoy that place and the atmosphere there. But yeah, if I had a choice, it would be, a bigger, not a bigger half mile, but a perfect half mile size, with a little bit of a three
Okay.
eighths touch to it. So
Yeah, I gotcha.
something with a little
Are
speed.
are you going to the PDC this year?
No, we probably won't make it to the PVC, but as of right now, the game plan is to try to go to the World after the season's kind of over up here. So kind of
I
run
gotcha.
around here for the rest of the year and just mind our own P's and Q's, I guess you could say.
I got you, man. I got you. I what's the furthest track you've been to? Like what
I
from
actually
Michigan? What's the furthest out you've got out?
East Bay, Florida. I ran
Oh, so
down
you
to
went to
East
Summer
Bay.
Nationals?
Yeah, the Winter Nationals. We went down there
Oh,
and
okay, the
it
Winter
was it
Nationals.
was
Sorry,
awesome. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Um, to be down there in Tampa in the middle of winter. It was kind
Tampa's
of bad.
nice.
They had a big snowstorm here, and I plow roads for the county, so it was kind of a oopsies. But the boss said go, so I went, and I had a
Heck yeah,
blast.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
our
I'd love to.
plane
I'd love to get
landed.
down there to those.
Our plane landed, and I was in a county truck in 2 hours.
Golly,
Yeah,
I
so
I know how bad it is up there. I had a brother-in-law that worked for the highway department in northern Illinois, and I
oh
mean I
yeah.
know how much snow you guys have to plow up there. I mean it's now. When does your season start? I mean, do do you travel? Because I know your season's going to start later than ours down here. So I know you go to the Winter Nationals. Do you try to travel anywhere further south, or do you wait for season to
Yeah,
start after Winter Nationals?
there's an awesome track, Attica, Ohio, and we try to get to their season openers. They start pretty early. They're like end of March, but the weather's unpredictable there too. Um,
Yeah.
so we try to get there early season. Not every year have we made it to their season opener, but so they start at the end of March, and then everything up here starts about the end of April.
Okay.
So we got two tracks that open up. One opens up about mid-April. Then the second one opens up. Crystal Motor Speedway opens up first mid April. 96 always opens up the last weekend of April. So,
Okay.
but the weather's so iffy because it's transition from snow to rain, and you don't know if you're gonna have a hot spring, a cold spring, and a wet spring. It's the lakes really affect a lot of weather around here.
Yeah, you guys do have to deal with that up there, don't you? Hey, I'll tell you this. You talk about unpredictable. It's been bad down here. I mean, there's been all kind of races rained out down here. I mean, it's been the most rain I've seen maybe ever in my almost 50 years. But we had a race this spring, a comp cam race at Tulsa that was canceled because of wind.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
yeah, I've never heard of that.
70-mile-an-hour winds on a clear, beautiful day.
Oh
I'm
my,
like an hour from Tulsa. I walked out my back door that morning. I don't know, to go feed cows or something, but the wind almost knocked me over. Just walking out on my back porch, it was that bad.
we've
So that and rain, it's been an odd year, man.
We've had
down
20
here.
some tornadoes here in Michigan. We
Man,
never,
maybe you're living in Tornado Alley, not me.
yeah, I mean, Ohio led the way last year, so we're
That's
just
crazy,
north of
man.
them. And, you know, it's been a weird year. Actually,
It
at our new
has.
house, we were sitting here on the porch and the siren goes off. And, our tornadoes aren't big, they're just little F0s, F1s, but
Yeah,
still do some damage. And,
right.
we're sitting at the edge of the road and we're like, man, it's pretty dark over there. Me and my mom, she was over for dinner. And I go, we love storms and stuff. So I'm staying outside. I'm like, it's really dark over there. Come to find out, the mile next to us, there was actually a confirmed tornado. We didn't even
Really?
know. Yeah, the sirens are going
Nah.
off for a reason. We didn't even know. It was calm and beautiful where I was. It was pitch black and just looked nasty a mile away. And yeah, it was a tornado.
Hey, man, I tell you what, down here in our part of the world, if you see one of those storm chasers coming, because these like news channels down here, they have a storm chasing teams, right? That follow all these storms. There's like a channel in Oklahoma City, and they got a sister channel in Tulsa, and these guys follow these storms all the way across Oklahoma and almost
Really?
into Arkansas. So one of those guys pulled into my driveway, or like turned around in my driveway one day, and there was a storm like right over west of us. So I hollered at him. I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah,
he's he's like,
that'd be
oh,
cool.
something's coming. I'm like, okay. So I went out there and turned on, and sure enough, we had a tornado warning. But where I live, we haven't had any big ones yet this year here around where I'm at, but they've gone like they split us right here. They like either go south or north. So we've got really lucky here. And they're
Oh,
usually, they'll do some damage. They're not, we haven't had any big ones, but they'll do some damage and maybe hurt some people. But luckily, we've lucked out so far. So, but you see those guys coming around with like News 6 or something on their car,
oh
it's like,
yeah,
or the
yeah,
truck. It's like, ooh,
yeah. I
better go,
always,
better look at the phone.
yeah, I always look at the weather because of racing too. But I'm a
Yeah,
big storm geek, kind of. So
me
I
too.
think that was,
Me too.
I think that was another lifetime or something. I must have chased those things because I
I hear
like
you.
it.
I hear you. I mean, I like to be in that thing with Reed Timmer running around. You know who Reed
Oh
Timmer is,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That
Put the
Dominator thing.
augers down and hold on.
Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be kind of
yeah.
cool.
It
That'd be
would be,
kind of
man.
cool.
I like that. But anyways, man, hey, I know I've had you on here for a while. Uh, Let me ask you this: do you have any sponsors you want to thank?
Oh yeah, I got a whole list. I got to thank Cusack Collision, Great Lakes Structural Drilling too. Without them, this wouldn't be possible. My owners, Chad and Kayla Inklum, they make all of this possible. And I got to thank CNL Trucking, Norton Equipment and Sales, Gary and Sharon Patrick, Buddha's Drinking Team, Rod and Kim. Um, doing this by memory.
Hang on, you say
Fish
a drinking
Trucking.
team?
Yeah, yeah, we got Buddha's drinking team. It's Kayla's, the owner's dad. Yep, that's what he sponsors us. He's like, I want Buddha's drinking team on there. So
Oh,
it's
that's awesome, man.
that's on the side of our little sail panel there. So it's pretty cool. But Fish Trucking, Clyde Kenny, got Shirley's Truck Wagon, Pro Power Racing Engines, Infinity Chassis. Um, Trying not to forget anybody here.
No, take your time, man. You got all the time in the world. I don't. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, Ankin's Beef Farm. Can't forget him. He's got great steaks around here, and we got Bryn Transmissions. They cover us. They're great. They're great people. We need something fixed. They get right on it, and they're great. Yeah, I think that's kind of it. If I forget somebody, I apologize. I got to thank my wife and kids mostly because they put up with all this and coming up and down the road with me. Sometimes they stay back because of sports or stuff, but
Right.
uh, a lot of time
They
my
get to.
daughter races too, my youngest.
Oh,
So
really? What does she race?
Mini wedge. So she's right there in the
Okay.
trailer with us. So we haul around with her in the
That's awesome,
trailer.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
she's
awesome.
won 4 features already this year, her second year doing it.
It
So,
must run in the family.
oh, it's like I said, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing. Yeah, God's on. He's been really blessing us for sure.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. Okay. Now, I know you said you had merchandise, so if somebody wants to get a T-shirt, they just need to go to your Facebook page or
You,
what Facebook page?
if they either Facebook page Travis Stemler or Travis Stemler Racing, they
Okay.
message us and we can get it around, ship it out, and just have to pay for the shipping and plus the
Yeah.
shirt, you know.
Sure.
And yeah, we got hats, hoodies, and
I'm fixing to get some. I
t-shirts,
promise you.
orange or black, in the t-shirts and hoodies. We got
Good
both
colors too,
colors.
man.
Oh
Good
yeah,
colors.
yeah. They
I mean,
it
for
was
real.
pretty cool last week at that Hell Tour race. A lot of people have been liking the orange, and you look up in the stands, and all you could see was orange, and it was pretty
That's
cool. It
awesome,
was
man.
cool.
That's
Yeah, we got a
awesome,
good
man. For
good
real.
fan support behind us.
Well, you definitely got one in Oklahoma, brother. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, I have been. I could not wait to get you on here, man. I was super excited to get you on here. So I'll uh I'll link all that in the description of the video so people can see that. And do you have any available sponsorship opportunities in case somebody wants to
Yeah,
advertise?
yeah, we always are available to add new sponsors on the car. Same thing, go to either Facebook page. At that point, if someone's interested in sponsoring, I will give my personal number and email. We have a little booklet that take a look at, go over, the past history and stuff, and then all of our pricing is in that book. So once that email's sent, anybody we need sponsors for sure to help out. This is an expensive sport, and
It
anybody
is.
wants to jump on board, it's we treat them like family. So
That's awesome, man. And no joke, y'all. This guy, if not the winningest, got the best winningest percentage of features. He's got to be right there at the top. You've got to be right there at the top if you're not the number one in winning percentage in features. You've got to be. I haven't checked it out. I know you're better than Bobby Pierce in winning percentage because I did check that out.
he kind of
So
helps me out. He races like 100 times more.
yeah, he may have a few more races, but I talked to somebody about that earlier. I talked to this is late. Well, I talked to somebody about that earlier, and they said no matter what you're racing in, if you've got a 50 plus winning percentage in your feature race, you're good.
Oh, it was. I
No
still
matter what
can't
it is.
believe it. I still can't believe it. Just the numbers. The one thing is we're, sitting at 11 this year, and I was joking around with my crew chief, and we were just joking about wins. In the shop, you get to be a little more cocky and fun with your crew guys. It's not
Yeah.
really you, but it's you. And he was joking around. He's like, "What if we had a 10-win race season?" I was like, "What if we get a 21?" And he's like,
Heck yeah.
"Oh," he's like, "That'd be cool." And then come to find out, I was trying to do the math because I knew I was getting close, but we were catching up to our 100th career win, and I'm 2 away right now. So it was like, oh,
Golly,
we didn't
man.
even know that was in the picture for this year. So that'd be kind of cool to get that
Yeah, that's awesome.
accomplishment for that.
So no joke. Anybody out there listening, get a hold of this dude, and and I'll link it all in here, and get yourself on a winning team for
If
real.
you also too check out our TikTok page, Travis Stemler Racing. That is very very cool page.
I'll
So
link that too. Because that I'm a huge fan of that. I mean, yeah, we talked about that. You know that I'm
yeah,
a big fan of that, man. Uh, that's that TikTok page that you got that
yeah,
going
that
on.
was that was so cool. it definitely was a really, that's the trend now, right? Everybody gets on
Yes.
TikTok, starts scrolling, racing, fishing,
Yeah.
anything. Heck, I watch it for grading roads and stuff. Just something cool to, sit down and watch. Problem is sometimes you sit on the chair, and next thing you know, it's been an hour and a half, and you're
Yeah.
still
That time
scrolling.
just
You're like,
goes
oh
by, man.
man, yeah,
I
there
hear you.
goes the
No, my
relaxing
kids,
time.
when I started doing this, man, my kids are like, Dad, you got to get a TikTok. I'm like, man, no, I don't want to have anything to do with that. Let's ban that TikTok stuff. They're like, Dad, look up Super Late Model on TikTok. And I did. And I'm like, all right, I'm hooked. I love
Yeah,
it.
oh yeah. You can
It's
you
all,
can know who wins the races before it's even posted on Facebook.
I know, and it's all positive, man. I haven't had any negative experience on TikTok yet. Like you go to
No.
X or somewhere like that, there's a lot of negative stuff over there. I like, I like watching 15, 30 second second videos of race cars going around a track with some awesome music. I mean,
Oh yeah, yeah.
that's positive.
Actually, one of them was cool. We went to Brownstown, Indiana for a Lucas Oil race a couple years ago, and or no, a Flow of America race. Sorry, and next thing you know, like I'm watching TikTok and I go, "Hey, that was my door and my quarter panel just went by," and it was like a little highlight video, and I was like, "That's pretty cool." You're with Davenport and
Heck
Shepherd
yeah,
and
man.
stuff. You're like, "Oh, that's really cool." So I like those TikToks. They're funny with the racing. It's like you
Yeah,
said, it's
man.
cool to watch qualifying laps. Someone sets a
Yeah.
track record, you can watch it. It's awesome.
Heck yeah, man. I love it. I love making my little videos. Let me ask you this. How awesome is it to drive a race car?
Oh, it's so cool. It's like you put that helmet on and you're in a different world. Like, all anything you can be going through great times, bad times, but you put on that helmet and you're just in a whole different environment. You're out there. It's just you're just it's all speed and agility and it's just I don't know. It's like the best thing ever. Yeah, I hate washing a car. I hate washing a car,
I hear that all the
yeah,
time, man.
oh yeah, like
I hear that
wash
all the
day to
time.
day, the socks are soaked and yeah, but to
But
drive it,
hey,
it's worth it. It's worth it to
yeah,
drive it.
you can make 30 seconds, some videos of you wash your car and throw some good music on there and get, a
Oh
thousand
yeah.
likes. People just
Oh
love
yeah.
it, man. That's how much
I
people love
think
that
the
stuff.
funniest thing on TikTok right now is the crew guys where they're like joking around about the grinder and then they're like, "Oh no, just joking." Or
Yeah, I've seen that.
yeah, that's kind of
There's
funny.
some stuff on there that I think are funny that I can't say on this show, but
Yeah, yeah.
uh, you know what I'm saying? There's some
Oh
stuff on
yeah.
there that's pretty funny. But
Yeah, it is for sure. For sure.
Well, okay, but for real, yeah. Anybody out there with a business, I would assume it doesn't matter where you're at in the country, you're going to get some national attention with Travis and his team because they are winning races. Um, so get him on the links. I'll put that in there on the video description. Follow him on social media. I'll put that all in there. And man, Travis, big fan of yours, brother. Thank you
Well,
for coming
thank
on here.
you.
I really
No,
appreciate
thank
it.
you for having us. When I got the message, I was excited and loved doing this stuff and especially from a state, shoot, what, couple thousand miles away or
A couple
something,
thousand miles away, brother. You're gonna
Yeah.
have. I promise you, you're gonna have some fans down here, man. In this area, in the four-state area, and down here in our part of the world, because I know if I am, there's gonna be a bunch more. I promise you.
Well, I appreciate everything and appreciate your time and letting me on the show.
Thank you, man. Thank you for coming on for real.